Hi, my name is Shemuel. First of all, I want to apologize for any mistakes that I make during these videos. English is not my first language, and first and foremost, I'm not used to talking to myself in the front of the computer. So I'm lost as now very often when I record anything. First of all, I would like to thank you for all the effort that you have put into making your videos, and I'm very grateful for your website, and I'm very grateful for the time that you have devoted to recording and making your videos. They were of great value. I've learned a lot thanks to you. I hope you you will have time to continue. I watched most of your videos. I found you 3 years ago after a friend of mine, Daniel, who's Adani Jew. He encouraged me to visit your website to learn more about the Yemenite tradition. And since then I was learning about the Rambam, and I was trying to follow your pronunciation in the prayers. I also made my own sort of a handmade siddur with tefillot from Mishne Torah. It's recorded by Rambam, and I try to talk with my rabbis, all of them Ashkenazi rabbis of different traditions, rabbi from Chabad, modern Orthodox rabbis. I tried to talk with them about the Mishne Torah and the Yemenite tradition and certain aspects of pronunciation that you were discussing, like making a distinction between Aleph and Ain and Het and Chav. And they were not completely agreeing with you on the value of Mishne Torah, and I wouldn't be so it wouldn't be so difficult for me just to forget about what they said if I didn't know that they are very, very knowledgeable people, very knowledgeable. And my rabbi from an Orthodox shul here, he said that the Yemenite tradition is, yes, very much influenced by the Rambam, but it's not exactly the oldest community that is in existence. He said that most probably the Yemenite community, by the time of Rambam, completely lost its Judaism and its Jewish tradition. They mostly converted to most of them converted to Islam, and then there comes the Rambam and the community of Yemen that didn't have any other sources to rely on or to base their Judaism upon. They decided to follow the Rambam. My rabbi here, he's really a knowledgeable person. He has read so many things. He's like Wikipedia. You ask him something and he finds you the sources, and he can talk for hours about everything. So I asked him about the pronunciation, and he said that the oldest community that is in existence, the unbroken with the unbroken chain of tradition is the Nosach Romi, the Jews of Rome. Not very numerous today, but he said that what we have in Yemen is a tradition that has been strongly affected by Arabic language and by Rambam, and that not necessarily this is the pronunciation um, of the Jews from the first temple time, or the second temple, sorry. So he told me to be very careful about Rambam. And also there is another rabbi that I haven't met him personally, but I have watched tens or maybe hundreds of his movies. He's a Dati Leumi rabbi from Mechon Meir, Rabbi Nathanael Frankenthal. And he also made a movie. I'm putting here the address to this not a movie, a recording where he speaks about why we don't follow Rambam, why halacha is not after Rambam, and he makes many good points based on what Rambam himself said, that it's not enough just to have Mishne Torah. Yes, in the introduction, Rambam says it's enough, but then when you read the Hilchot Talmud Torah, you can see that it's not necessarily true. He speaks that it's not enough just to learn Yad HaZakah and read the Tanakh. I'm not saying this to I'm not saying this to change your mind about the Mishne Torah. I'm not trying to bring you back to some other tradition. But I have a problem because I do understand your arguments, and for me the most important thing is that I don't think that I can be on a very high level. I just want to be Yotze. I want to do what is absolutely crucial and necessary to fulfill the obligation, but I don't want to be a tzaddik. That's not my goal. I just want to, do what I'm expected. And therefore, when I see a thick sidur, I say to myself, well, I cannot pray the shacharit for an hour and a half or 2 hours. I have to, before I was studying, and now I work, so it's impossible for me to get up in the morning and say all the korbanot and all the psukei de zimra, and Rambam comes in a very handy way, saying that only this and this is important. All the other things you can get rid of. They are of value and they are important. You have to follow the minhag of your community, but if you don't have time, this much is enough to fulfill your obligation and do the mitzvah. And also, I'm not very fluent in Hebrew, and I'm not fluent in Aramaic at all. So when I open the Mishne Torah in Hebrew, I can read it slowly with the help of a dictionary, but I can understand it. And this gives me a direct access to a classical Hebrew text, and therefore I would like to follow Rambam. But I was told by the rabbi here at the community that he said to me, Shmuel, you don't want to be a lonely Yemenite island here among all the Ashkenazim. And that's a good point. I would like you to if I may ask you, and if you find time, listen to this recording, and please make a response to the arguments that are presented in this recording, and I would like to listen to that. Thank you once again for your YouTube channel and for your website, for your blog, for all your videos and all your effort. And I hope to see more and keep in touch. I have loads of questions. I thought of getting in touch with you earlier, but I thought that I don't have. I'm not familiar enough with the works of Rambam. Now I think that I have been somehow better informed than 3 years ago. So thank you so much for your time, and I would appreciate if you could please listen to the recording and make a response. Thank you, and להתראות.